Alrighty, so one of the new Pokemon that you can find on Chrono Island, or Five Island, one of them is Quillfish. Quillfish is only exclusive to FireRed, not in Leaf Green. Quillfish is not a very good water poison type Pokemon. It is clearly outclassed by the Tentacruel line. If you want to have a really good water poison type, look anywhere else besides Quillfish. It does evolve, but personally I wish it could. Now, only exclusive to Leaf Green is Remoraid. Remoraid is kind of like a rare fish of some kind. Not really in this game, which they appear 40% of the time by the Super Rod if you are playing Leaf Green, of course. Remoraid is kind of an interesting Pokemon because it evolves into an Octopus called Octillery at level 25. Octillery is kind of an unusual Pokemon as well. Personally, there's some better water types out there, and kind of a strange thing is that this Pokemon can learn Octazooka by leveling up. It's kind of interesting. Up next is Hoppip. Hoppip is not a very good Pokemon. It is a pathetic typing, has a whole lot of weaknesses. Just stay away from this one. Exclusive to FireRed in the Lost Cave, you will find Murkrow. Murkrow is one of my personal favorite flying types in the second generation. Unfortunately, its evolution Honchkrow doesn't appear in this game, but if it did, then I would recommend this one a whole lot more. And if you can get this one with the ability Super Luck, then this thing will become a pain in your opponent's ass. On the other hand, exclusive to Leaf Green is Mischievous, the only pure Ghost-type Pokemon appearing in the second generation. Mischievous is actually not a bad Ghost-type Pokemon. Many underestimated this Pokemon a whole lot. Unfortunately, like Murkrow, its evolution Mismagus doesn't exist in this game, but if it did, I would recommend this one a little bit more. I know that I said I wasn't going to do a bio on the new Pokemon you can find on Fortune Island, but I changed my mind. Anyway, next up is Sentret. Sentret is not really a good Pokemon. It's only good for being an HM slave. So, I guess if you want to have a good HM slave and if you don't have one already, now it could be a good time for you to pick one up. Up next is Natu. Natu is actually not a bad psychic flying type when it finally evolves into Exatu at level 25. Natu, on second thought, is really not a really good Pokemon, not until it evolves. It's not a bad psychic type, but unfortunately it has a whole lot of weaknesses, so if you're going to use an Exatu on your team, be absolutely careful with this one, because this thing has a whole lot of weaknesses. Up next is Yanma. I used a Yanma in a previous LP before, and you get to know how good it was back then, but unfortunately, in this game, it is completely crap. If it's evolved for a Yanmega, which only evolves by knowing Ancient Power exists in this game, I would highly recommend this Pokemon a whole lot, but unfortunately, it don't exist in this game, so if you just want one to complete the Pokédex, go for it. Wobbuffet! Yes, Wobbuffet is up next. This one is actually not a bad Pokemon, at least if you're using it in double battles. The only moves that it knows are Counter and Mirror Coat. This thing, not really good for single players, but in double battles, highly recommended. It has a ton of HP, and it knows how to use it.